Hold on. Is that what I think it is? I ain't try to point out, 'cause they won't call me police. That ain't what I think it is. Hold up. Fans who thought they'd see rapper NBA YoungBoy perform this Saturday are now left disappointed and also confused. State Farm Arena canceled the concert. No explanation. Come to the front door with your hands up. Do it now. Keep coming. Hands on top of your head. On top of your head. Here we go. Stop right there. There's a concerning issue for YoungBoy that no one's talking about. It reads, police are monitoring YoungBoy after recent concerts, live streams, and music videos which show a large amount of firearms. Due to his criminal history, there is suspicion of illegal activity. In the music video for YoungBoy's latest song, YoungBoy is seen flashing around multiple firearms to the camera, which is exactly what YoungBoy was arrested and sentenced to prison for. So, yesterday at court, the body cam footage of the officer who put the cuffs on YoungBoy back in September during that music video that was shown. And it was very interesting because whether the cop comes right up to him, whatever, he puts the cuffs on him. And then YoungBoy's reaction is just kind of hilarious. I thought it might be interesting for y'all. He's like, yo, big dog, man, what you doing, man? Why you putting these cuffs on me? That's what he was calling the cop. He was calling the cop big dog. He's like, big, do you up right now? I didn't do nothing. You could search me. I got nothing on me. Cop doesn't listen. Cop puts him in the end the whole time. YoungBoy is like, yo, man, what you doing, man? Big dog white. And it really goes to show you a lot about this case. YoungBoy didn't think he did anything wrong. He didn't think that they were going to go and start taking footage from music videos and said, you held a music video and you're a felon, and that's a federal felony, and you're going to face 3 to 5 years. Even DJ Academics would reveal on live stream that YoungBoy is the only rapper to sell out arenas and make $70 million, but will still deal with you on the street. He's probably the only rapper that gets to the level of, yo, he's doing an arena. He just came off a $75 million tour. They grow $75 million. Yet, we still believe that he's totally ready to. Usually it's one or the other. If we really think that you're the crash out, you're not going on tour to do an arena. We usually think you're who goes to you get 1 or 2 shows because you're really living like that. He's the only person that I think maintained the image that he might today, but he's selling out a STA stadium tomorrow. Knowing YoungBoy will still live the street life regardless of how successful his music career is. It makes the feds interested. However, the beef with Chopper is heating up and it might turn physical. As Academics said what Choa needs to do next. If Choa wants to be taken serious by dissing YoungBoy, he needs to make an anthem. Yo, Analyze Chopper, bro, no more breakdancing. No more belly rolling and like that. J rating. If you making a diss song at Kentrell Deshaun Golden, you gotta make some anthem like some military tanks. That's how he's coming. Tell you this got YoungBoy's attention, who spoke on the situation before deleting the tweet, which said, let the numbers speak for themselves. Don't say my name again. But Academics revealed YoungBoy will handle whatever he has to in the streets if he needs to. It's the reason rappers warned Choa before dropping his song, Hello Revenge, as he rapped the lyrics. Pop-up opt-out guys can't turn me down. Chopper's up top down, boy, I'm your daddy now. Pound for pound, round for round, we can put the firearms down. Uppercut stomach tum tuck man down. As rappers instantly told Chopper to stop what he's doing. Everybody see YoungBoy a mess with nobody. The boy doing his thing, standing his own lane. And yeah, I love him. I can feel him every time he drop a song. But in LA Chopper, instead of him doing his own thing, he say, you know what? I'ma attack this man. I'ma mess with him. That's how P Street think, instead of just letting me continue to move with my life. Cause I ain't mess with nobody. I ain't out here trying to portray a street image or nothing like that. I'm just, even Freddie Gibbs wrote, I don't know if bro's serious, but I've been laughing at this for 20 minutes. Not only has Choa put himself in a bad spot by dissing YoungBoy, but people aren't even taking him serious. YoungBoy's team quickly took action against Choa for the disses, as they shared the video of Choa claiming last year that YoungBoy was literally better than him. which completely ruins Choa trying to diss YoungBoy when he was praising him last year. Let me know who beating me. Bro, respectfully, the only that's really respectfully, the only that's really ahead in this space is YoungBoy. YoungBoy also started retweeting reactions of people who sided with him. As one tweet wrote, Charleston White goes off on Chopper after his diss track to YoungBoy saying he's not allowed to speak on it. And Ellie Chopper, listen to me. You can't go walk the runway with that little walk. You remember that walk you had? I think I'm a bad you can't come back with that walk. I think I'm a bad you can't come back with that Chopper. With that boy. Now them boy got some dances them boy. But you went a Hannabot. If you was a bad I suck my two. You are disqualified from saying anything to Kriya. In LU you have been disqualified. I would give if you and King Von got in the car and them together. Once you learned that walk like that runway model walk, and you went in front of the whole world. You can't come back over here to this side of the railroad track and go to bargain. No. Go back over there and finish nephew. Go back over there and finish being a bad. But the funny thing about this is that Charleston was against YoungBoy 1 week prior, as Charleston claimed that YoungBoy's music was bad for the youth, which is exactly what Chopper said. YB babies ain't money, getting they'll hurt you. You eat at your icebox as they break in your house. I'm not battling with childhood like a WB fan. Them kids need to be put in mental institutes. This man sound like he angry. He want out his mama. He want to beat his daddy. He want his uncle. Don't know. I don't want to hear that. Kind of I'm not in pain. I'm a money get. YB babies ain't money getting. I can't. I don't feel that. That's not soul music. I'm a soul for brother. I'm not in pain. Them kids need to be put in mental institutions. Him, you see they had on medication. But most people that agree with Chopper's point still won't side with him, because it all started with Chopper calling out YoungBoy on his song KO. He rapped the lyrics. You're bad for the youth. Nothing positive you do. You the reason guys going after girls thinking that it's cute. You send guys to do what? You wouldn't even do. Role model. You will never fit the shoe. Just a guy with emotion. Your aura gives me the ick. Guys like you make me sick. But many rap industry people don't respect Chopper and aren't willing to side with him. Academics claim that Chopper is trying to be like X, but it isn't working because no one thinks he's as smart. Some people would say call it you have your third eye open. Some people would call it yo a smart a ding to act smart. Some people would call it fake woke. Some people would call it I'm someone trying to seem deeper than most. Pause. It's kind of like how people evoke some of the similar thoughts like how we had about XX and Takhayon, where people felt like he understood life a little bit on a different level. And I think that's what Enitop is aiming for. But YoungBoy's mother jumped into the beef as she said Chopper is not better for the youth and he isn't no genius. Today I'm going to talk about being jealous and being envious. So you want to make a video dancing around like a ballerina, and then you got a man on his knees, and you're saying Krill is evil and he's a bad influence. So you want to go and put that man on his knees and on that video, right? Okay, fine. I bet they have another video with that same on his knees, because who would even play that stupid Aro? If you know better, you do better. Your head looked like without a rubber on top of it. But yet you want to sit here and try to talk about somebody. H, you better be lucky. I can't say what I want to say on Instagram. YoungBoy's mom thinks Choa is simply jealous of YoungBoy. She thinks she's jealous that YoungBoy's rad in $75 million in revenue on his tour, but no one wants to buy tickets to a Choa concert. YoungBoy's concert was so successful that some people were willing to pay any amount to go to his concert. But the police are happy that his tour is finally over because it was reported the state of Louisiana is concerned about YoungBoy's concert in New Orleans. They are very concerned about the NBA YoungBoy concert. So concerned that even before the concert went forward this weekend, they notified Louisiana Stadium Exposition District, also known as that manages the Superdome and Smoothie King Center in particular, notified ASM Global that, this is like a really thing that could have very unforeseen consequences. Now, the response from ASM Global was, we'll hire some security inside. It'll be fine. Knopf's response was, You don't get what we're saying. There is such a propensity around these concerts that is so not an if, but when that we're concerned we'll have to activate the department to be around the downtown area to protect citizens and revelers. However, this isn't the first time they've gone back and forth, as it's important to know how their beef first started. Back in 2019, Choa was a huge fan of YoungBoy. When YoungBoy was arrested back in the day, Choa went out his way to show his love and support for YoungBoy by dropping a song titled Free YoungBoy. However, when YoungBoy dropped the diss track Bring the Hook in 2022, Choa stopped liking YoungBoy. Choppa didn't. Think it was right for YoungBoy to drop a diss track, which dissed King Von after his passing. Overall, Choa just thought it was disrespectful to diss King Von, since he's not here anymore. But at the time, it was a huge song. It got the whole rap scene to react where academics said, YoungBoy on Demon Time right now, and he dropped in another whole tape. An old block member known as Lil responded saying, that ain't no Demon Time. He just rapping like the rest of these rappers, all rap. But Choa tapped in and said, I stamped that, as his response to the beef. This let YoungBoy know which side Choa was on, and he wasn't happy about it. Later on, YoungBoy dropped a diss against Choa in a song Know Like I Know. As he rapped, I bet your mama be destroyed when we send. You to God for making statements, choosing sides about my beef with them boys. I could say I saw it. You could say I was your favorite. This annoyed Choa, so he switched the title of his song, Free YoungBoy, to just YoungBoy to show he didn't stand with him anymore. Choa was very bothered by their beef and hopped on an interview to explain himself. He's not able to defend his name, Bro, and it'd be a lot going on within his name about him when to me Bro he a real stand-up dude, and it was just unfortunate how it happened like he came to a person as a man. Chopper followed it up with another interview on DJ Vlad. When you heard that, what you think? It was funny to me. I feel like it's nothing serious when it hit the neck. It's funny. It's just entertainment to me. Yeah, it was entertaining. Good song. Nice bars. But he appeared on The Breakfast Club to speak on YoungBoy, where he said, YoungBoy needs to be more careful. He's got a lot of people looking up to him, and he needs to set a better example. He needs to stay out of trouble and focus on his music. YoungBoy's been doing exactly that since he was released, and it's why his tour was so successful. One report from the news even wrote, over 400 officers will be deployed nightly for YoungBoy's home state shows in New Orleans with heightened security, including drones and armored vehicles on standby. The police knew how big of an event each YoungBoy concert was, and had to make sure they were prepared for anything, which goes to show how big of an influence YoungBoy has. Even fans who went to the concert tweeted out, YoungBoy performed the greatest diss track, I Hate YoungBoy, for the first time in front of a sold-out crowd in Atlanta. YoungBoy specifically waited to perform this disc in Atlanta because it's also directed at King Von, who passed in Atlanta. Academic spoke on YoungBoy actually performing it, and he was surprised. Oh man, YoungBoy, king of rap, we just got to claim it today. King of rap, king of rap. That's a new narrative I'm driving. These are gonna have to bow to defeat. I like it. We're not talking about Kendrick and Drake, and they're on a different level, but below Kendrick and Drake. Below Kendrick and Drake. I'm sorry with all due respect to every other rapper. YoungBoy is a king of rap right now. I'm sorry to tell y'all. I'm sorry to tell y'all. I'm sorry to tell y'all. The walk down I seen in Atlanta tonight. The walk down in Atlanta tonight. Give him the throne. Just give him the throne. YoungBoy, the king of rap. I'm sorry to tell y'all. I'm sorry to tell y'all. Hey, listen. I'm not saying gonna last forever, but for right now, in the last 4 or 5 months, YoungBoy, the king of rap. Another fan wrote after the concert, YoungBoy diss 4PM in half of Atlanta in their own city. He even performed I Hate YoungBoy in the same city Van passed. Bro, really a menace. But to prove not everybody is siding with YoungBoy, one Chicago G side with Dirk and says YoungBoy is no good. YoungBoy, what's this? What's this click? Why would I tell you? What's this click though? With the I'm 4K. I'm out. I'm from Chicago. Who you boy? But YoungBoy came out to prove that he really runs the rap game right now. He had a message for all the washed-up rappers who have been hitting him up, and he speaks on how everyone is asking to work with him. I ain't even say this perm just when a brain pop up. Say, bro, man, you be relevant, and I said what I said. Bro, you need to like me to keep you going. Your views go up now. Clown, I'm willing to help y'all about it. Man, but 8 NBA so much, man. Go get him some views, man. Help to some views, man. YoungBoy's career has turned out for the best since he was released from lockup earlier this year. However, the truth behind Choa calling out YoungBoy was revealed. Supposedly, Choa wanted to make it known he rocks with Lil Durk and F instead of with YoungBoy. As Choa's name was mentioned when another rapper was discussing people who switch up between different rappers. As a tweet said, Lil Z Osama says why it's no surprise the industry is switching up on Durk for YoungBoy. No. For real though, I don't see why this was surprising or new to y'all. Everybody jumping ship because this is how the industry is. Nobody in the industry is going to stick around you when you at your lowest. If they can't get clout, notoriety, money, fame, features, videos, something that they can benefit from off you, they're going to jump ship. I don't see why it's surprising that everybody is on YB in the industry. That's how it go. They only going to you when it's beneficial to them. None of these ain't grow with dirt. None of these ain't friends or real homies with dirt. For real. For real. You know what I'm saying? Or they would never change or would never jump ship. 'Cause where we from? If you with me, my opt is your options is mine. Some people don't look at it like that. Some people look at it like I with both. Parties, I ain't got nothing to do with it. And look, you're not wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out to the ears that still stayed down for Durk, his real family and friends. You feel me? The people who still rock with Lil Durk while he's down don't want people switching back to Durk's side if his charges get dropped. But the impact of YoungBoy's music has been so big that even judges and law officials from Atlanta came out to his shows to show support, which had a new report revealing Academic says Atlanta's in shambles after YoungBoy received the key to the city. Eagle Willis, we have Floyd County Commissioner, Mr. Mark Harrington, and we have County Pro Judge K. Damn, there's a judge up there. Yo, the judge in the city sending all of the rappers in the city to jail. But the out-of-town rapper that came here that basically, hey, you know what type of town I be on? You over here giving him an award. Oh, Atlanta's in shambles. If y'all are a rapper who ever got prosecuted by this or not prosecuted, but like got sent to jail by this judge and basically you watching out-of-town rap getting an award for doing 10 times worse than what you do, you gotta feel sick. You gotta feel sick. It looks like YoungBoy is running the entire game right now, as he's even secured the support of the feds. Even Academic spoke about how every rapper is flocking to YoungBoy, trying to be friends with him again. Not only is he the biggest artist right now, but with Durk possibly going to prison for life, YoungBoy will run the rap scene. So I'm in the dressing room, and we just talking about a bunch of these also, telling me, and I wouldn't, will never say who. He's telling me all the rappers who is now hitting him up, and he kind of asked me, he's like, he's act. So what you think, man? Because I think he's thinking like, yo, should he forgive some of these? Like, but all these rappers on it, you know what I mean? Like they're all like, yo, YoungBoy, we love you, right? And I gave him the best advice. I think I said, I didn't want to impart my thoughts on it because I don't know fully what he's been through and what he's thought because, he was down where nobody would up on him. So I said, whatever your heart feels about any of these for kind of doubling back or now, they want to do whatever go with